an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of November 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So, Aquarius, I feel like you may be coming out of feeling personally attacked by somebody or misunderstood by somebody, or something you may have said has been misunderstood by somebody else, taken out of context. But I feel like you might be dealing with an emotional issue as you come into November. This feels like it might be a holdover from the intense new moon in Scorpio, October 27th. But I just feel like this, like, that I just feel like you're being misunderstood, and it feels painful that you're being misunderstood, or that somebody is personally attacking you and doesn't understand you. So it just feels it feels painful, and I feel confused about it. The good news is this is so temporary. I feel like it does, more importantly, rectify within yourself so that you understand kind of the lesson or the boundary that you needed, or the depth of which maybe an old program that you've been running doesn't support you anymore. So it's like, wow, I need to change my way of being around this or around this situation. So whatever it is, in addition to that confusion or that pain, the answers are right there. The information, the insight is right there, so you can get through it. It doesn't feel, this is not going to ruin your month. This is just the very, very beginning of the month, and it feels a little bit like a holdover from last month that you're dealing with. Okay, let's move into those of you that are coupled Aquarians, romantic love. Let's see what's in store for November for you guys. I just feel like you guys are on fire. Like there is, here's the thing. Really good, like really good times, and then there's some real vulnerability and honesty that can sometimes feel brutal, right? So there's an extra sensitivity that's happening here, and sometimes, well, let me just say, we do have a Mercury retrograde October 31st to November 20th, and that always messes up communication. So things can be taken out of context. People can be more sensitive. Miscommunication can happen. That's not what I said. You said you were picking up the kids. I didn't say I was picking up the kids, and your kids are stranded at school because both of you, thought the other one was doing it. Like things like that lead to like a blow up, but it's not the end of the world kind of stuff. It's just like, so just double and triple check communication. But I also feel like there's some sensitivity that's happening for you guys. But it's also about learning how to navigate your sensitivity, realizing and recognizing you are creative. You're very creative. You're very out there, and life like brings us what we need, not always what we want, right? So our job is to stay in the flow and not deflect it, not feel hurt by it, right? Like, so you can handle whatever it is. For some of you, it feels like it stings a little bit, like when you step out into the wintertime and it hits your face and it's cold. So there may be somebody in your life who's treating you like the cold shoulder, right? But good news is you're warm inside and you can handle it. So there's that. Look at your side of the road. If there's something to say it. If not, I think it's more about you taking care of you, and you'll be fine. Again, this is the beginning of the month, not at all at the end of the month. Not feeling like that anyway, as I just open to the energy here. Now, for you single Aquarians, let's look at romantic opportunities for you in the month. What's in store for you? For some of you, there is somebody that you maybe recently started dating this is like, whoa, like having to ride a little bit of a wave. It's like, they're acting funny and It's not so them, it's the energy, okay? So if you've already been newly dating somebody and all of a sudden they just seem like they're going like this, it's part of that retrograde, man. You just got to ride it. Don't throw them out, right? Like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, unless like you've got strong evidence, right? Whoa, you catch them lying, you catch them like, in your hand evidence. That's different. But if it's just, just the behavior like seems off, I don't know that I would question it if you've already been dating them. For those of you that haven't been dating anybody and you're just, looking for the right one or ready for the right one to show up, I feel this month there is definitely somebody to come, hang out with, have fun with, enjoyable, really just have what I want to say, a good time with that gets you and understands you. I don't know that it would last. It feels like it could last a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, but I don't see them, if they're brand new, sticking with you long term. But it is reflective, it's fun, it's enjoyable. I think you see a lot of yourself in them, which is always nice because it becomes then familiar, right? It's familiar, you get each other, you understand each other, and that's fun. Unless they're tapping on, the negative side of you, which isn't quite so fun. But this doesn't feel that kind of energy. This feels like really upbeat and enjoyable. All right, so let's move into money and career for Aquarius. Wow, I just see you hit the mark with money. There is money there. There's opportunity there. So there's something that shows up that you can go for and that you can get. And it reminds me of a piñata where you just hit it and the money comes out, right? So whatever this is, you hit the mark and the money flows, right? Be careful, though, about choosing the mark during the retrograde, right? If it's a new idea or a new plan, be cautiously optimistic. I would not throw money into something. I wouldn't invest in something new expecting to make $1 bazillion on it during this time frame. I would hold off and check it out when retrograde ends at the end of November 20th, and then do more research, that first week, 10 days at the end of the month into early December. I wouldn't invest in anything because it is probably pie in the sky. You're missing something. But I do feel like if it's a career thing where it's your energy and it's your actions that are making the money, then that's different. Then I think the money can come in. But I don't see it happening as an investment. But I do see it if it's you, something that you've already been doing and is something you've been working on, definitely see that money is there. All right, let's look at your career. Oh, for some of you too, the money can come in from loan proceeds as well as court cases that can rule in your favor that have been tied up for a long time and that now coming in. So some of you may be getting money from that or the sale of a property kind of thing. All right, let's look at your career for Aquarians. So there's an idea that you're wanting to launch or but it's like a comet. It's like shh, it's like fireworks when you light it. It's not predictable, right? You don't know if it's going to go in a straight line. It's like one of those unpredictable things. So I feel like there's a career idea that has so much energy and so much potential. It's like, wow, it's just got you and you're hanging on for dear life, right? So it's a little scary. It's titillating. It's fun. You want to make sure that you ground it. There's a full moon in Taurus, November 12th. So you want to make sure whatever this idea is, get some people who aren't invested in it the way you're invested in it and listen to them. If they're telling you, I like this, this, and this, these three things over here, bad ideas, take a lot of time, take a lot of money, wouldn't do that right now. I'd focus on these three, right? So if it's a new idea or if it's something that you're thinking about launching or implementing, get some other people around you because it's a really good idea what you're thinking of doing, but there's some tempting things that will be like a hot air balloon, just like, shh, right? And that never ends well because at the end, the air runs out and it collapses. So be cautious with big, giant career moves. Get grounded people around you who don't have anything to gain by this, right? So that means if you're an actor or an actress, don't ask your manager. Don't ask people who are going to make money off of you because they're going to want you to do it, right? They're going to want to get the quick hit and they don't care if it fails or not. Get people who have nothing invested, right? Who are there to protect you and want to make sure that things are good. So that's what I'm talking about. All right. But huge thing, big thing, good thing for your career. Let's look at health for Aquarians for your health. Teeth are coming up, teeth and gums, right? Which a lot of times represents family. So you may have some family dynamics, family issues. Take care of your teeth. They can show up in the form of root canals, situations like that. So if you stay on top of your teeth, that would be important. I would, if you haven't gone to the dentist in a while, I would get myself to there to avoid anything to nip it in the bud. Right? And then also handle family issues if you can, because when family issues erode, they are connected to our teeth. So it's really interesting. I just realized, you know, as I said that, my husband, whose mother passed a couple months ago, now has some teeth issues, right? So mother just passed, now he's got some teeth issues that are showing up. So it's really interesting. They've been there, but they've just been kind of like newly discovered. So there's this process of staying on top of our health, especially around the loss of loved ones or family problems or family dynamics or challenges, because they have to do with the root issue and teeth. Okay, let's look at surprises. Any surprises for you Aquarians this month? I do feel like you may be surprised by relationships, people who are showing up in your life you haven't heard from a long time. Surprises from family members, suddenly just like out of the blue, coming home or calling and say, hey, let's go out to dinner. Surprise visits with friends. I just feel like these surprises around reconnections with people you haven't seen in a while, which is really nice. And so I feel really happy around those surprises. And I was like, like really touched. So there's some really nice bonus connections that you make this month with people that you really love and you really cherish and that you haven't seen from for a long time, right? So it feels like that kind of energy. So I really love that. It's a great way to end the conversation. Just take care of yourself this month. Suddenly my throat closed up. So for some of you, those surprises with families and friends, let go of any fear around it not going well. It feels really good. It feels fun. And whatever was in the past was in the past, because I feel like these surprises that I'm talking about are good surprises. They're not bad surprises. They're good surprises with family and friends. And then also, by the way, go to my website, Get Dialed In, my name, Peggy Rometo, and check out my Get Dialed In program that I am relaunching that trains you how to tap into your own intuition, because we all have it. It's already there. It's a very simple, grounded practice, so easy. And then you can also join my playground where we actually play once a week with the energy and training you to become more intuitive. Very simple. It is not complicated. Check it out. Go to my website, peggyrometo.com. Check out the Get Dialed In program. Hope to see you guys there. In the meantime, have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving this year. And I look forward to connecting with you guys next month. And thank you again for liking and sharing and commenting below. And I'll see you soon. Lots of love.